are you, punk? We need to ask you a few questions. First of all, who are you?
Who am I? Who am I? I am the innocent man you dragged off to interrogate for reasons not revealed to me. You want to know who I am? I am Jérémie Marte De-Lyon. Who am I? Okay, mon ami. I tell you a story. I am an artist, an expressionist. I was born in 1889 in Paris to a couple that were never meant to be. French father born in 1868, French-English mother born 1871. My mother, an artist who gave me my love of stories and art. And my father, who gave me a love of hiding behind things to wait for his abuse to end. And then my mother died. He went back to work, slaving away in the underpaid industrial workforce, trying to be better. But the truth is, we hated each other the whole time we lived together, me and my father. At least, that's how it felt. I tried to put money on the table to help him out, with my little paintings and stories that I wrote. But I was 16, 15, I barely made a scrap. What I did make, though, as I got into adulthood, was an enemy out of my own government who ousted me from Paris when I was an adult for deviant, provocative, and degenerate art and messaging. Can you believe this? My father did nothing to protest, of course, spineless as he is. I lived in Britain for a while, but found the people and the land too similar to my home, too close. So I got on a boat destined for America, the New World in 1907. What a load of shit. It was just Britain, except with more people shooting each other for more even trivial reasons than in Britain. Well, what did I expect? The thing was, though, over there, I was truly unknown. Yes, officer, you don't understand. I could be whoever I wanted. Maybe here I could, find some sort of meaning in my fucking life. So, in New Orleans, I became a playwright. And some of my plays, were performed. Some of my paintings were shown in galleries. I slowly met people and began to find work, even though, the money was little. But just as I was beginning to feel as though I could create things that had meaning, that I was where I needed to be, the Great War began. Eventually, I got word that my father had enlisted. I never did. Fuck France. Why would I ever take up arms to defend her when all she did was spit on me and my family? Medals, parades, heroes, the flag, it's all bullshit. It's not real. I don't see order and sense in war. I see chaos. So, I didn't go back to France. I continued to drink and fuck and do drugs, and I lived as a hedonist year after year until I could barely work as a writer. And then I got word that my father died. So I drank more. I did more drugs. I lost work until, with practically the last pennies I had, I found service at a bar one night where I often found myself, and I saw her. The most beautiful thing my eyes had ever seen. Wet from the rain and dressed in this ornate, beautiful dark coat. And for the first time in 4 years, I wanted to paint again. I wanted to paint her. It was like she was speaking to me before I had even approached her. So I pulled the page out of my satchel and I did a little doodle, a pencil sketch of her. And then I gave it to her and we talked for a few minutes and we drank and laughed. It was amazing. Can you imagine? I actually felt like I was connecting to another human being. She was open, no? She talked about her own demons, her own problems. I didn't feel so fucking alone. I decided then, I was going to spend my last pennies on the chance that perhaps we would speak again, and perhaps I could find happiness, and perhaps I was not destined to be miserable. So I bought 2 more drinks with the last money that I had in America, and when I returned to the table, she was gone. So I down both drinks and I leave. Because why would anything go right for me? I'm the failing, drunken, pathetic playwright. Why would some piece of shit like me find happiness? The tortured, nihilistic artist. I am, how you say, a silly goose, a working cliche, you know? But then on the way out of the bar, I take a left down the alley to the main street and I am attacked. It was her! The woman from the bar! She was rabid! She tried to kill me! Tried to eat me! And then you have me in a fucking cell. I woke up in the same alley later in the morning and she was gone. And what? I was sick. She had given me some sort of illness. So I traveled back to Europe, still sick. And just as quickly as I arrived, I took a boat to the next new world. This dry, flat pile of shit. I suppose I am just searching for, the next thrill, the next hit, whatever it is. The next reason to wake up. Officer, let me tell you something. All good stories have messages, including this story goes for one, If there's one thing I have learned, it is that the universe is chaos and everything is meaningless. So what is the point in trying to make sense of anything? Answer, there isn't. Now charge me with something serious, or how you say, fuck off.